Hey guys, welcome to the Sasageyo Podcast. My name's Leah Byers.
My name's Tim Byers. We're at season 1, episode 14. Yo, what's up? Attack on Titan.
Oh my gosh.
On a new one today.
You're on an energy level I cannot match right now.
Yeah. Little, I don't know
I'm
where
tired.
that came from. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
we were both very chill before this.
Yeah, I was just
Where's
like,
this coming
that's
from?
what I needed to put myself into the podcasting
Into the podcasting
mode.
Mm-hmm.
Today.
Man,
No, you by all means.
I was gonna say last episode.
Oh.
It's pretty crazy.
I know. And like, I was saying this name so much last episode. Ilza's notebook. Crazy. Titans talking? Wild.
We're saying it like this because we haven't recorded that episode
We haven't
yet.
recorded. We hyped it up a bunch.
We
on
hyped
episode
it.
13. We're like, yeah, next one.
Yeah, literally last week we were like, we're going to record this. It's going to be sick. And then we decided last minute to not record it today. So,
Well,
because
for
we
clarification,
done our research.
for those that are listening, you will have already heard that
Yeah.
podcast.
Yes.
It is a 13.5 bonus, but in terms of timeline, we recorded 13, now 14. Then we'll do Isla's notebook. What's her name? Ilza's notebook.
Ilza's.
But in how you're listening to it, it will be 13, Ilza 14. So
Yeah.
you're in the future. Wait,
We're just in.
wait a
Tim,
second.
just stop. Just stop. It's not
Confusing
working.
myself.
Today,
So our pre podcast discussion, part 2, season 1, new song banger dropped, episode 14.
should I play a clip?
Flügel der Freiheit, which means in German, wings of mother effing freedom.
So, okay, wait, here's a little snippet. Hopefully it won't be too loud.
You're just galloping on a horse when you're listening to it.
I think that's as much as we can play without
You
getting
missed
sued.
the electric guitar solo. At least 5 more seconds. 5 more seconds.
I don't know what's legal.
I have this song on Guitar Hero and Tim played it.
Did I?
Oh.
Yeah, I put this song on for you to play.
I think I was traumatized because that guitar line is like it's like crazy, and I was like,
Well, just like I did on the second episode of this season, I'm going to, next episode, say what the words are for the theme song
episode
again.
15.
Episode 15, the next episode.
We will dissect,
We'll dissect the lyrics.
Flügel der Freiheit.
Wow. You're really good at it.
Yeah, I was
You
a
didn't
music
study
major.
German.
I
You
did.
sang a couple songs
But
in
I
German.
had to learn how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Flügel der Freiheit.
What was one of the names of your songs?
Ständchen. Shout out to Franz Schubert.
Franz.
Ständchen.
I don't remember what's one of the generic ones.
The
that
Trout song.
What's that one? Tim, you know that sounded like I have a lump of money and I need cash now.
You're welcome. You got that free of charge. You got that free of charge.
I have a lump of money. That's not exactly.
No. Yeah, you had to do
and
the
you
harmony.
said-
You had to do the harmonies with it.
No, but I sang it right.
Yeah.
You sang the high part.
Yeah, I did the harmony. I did the high female harmonies.
He went into it.
I'm telling you, I don't know where this
only.
energy comes from.
Can
I
you
just
tell
get on
he's a
camera and I'm like,
soprano?
yeah. So next episode.
Okay, let's go
Flügel
over
der
it.
Freiheit.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. This is a good episode.
Episode
I think I
14?
say that at the beginning of every.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is good. This was a good one.
We should clip that every time.
Except I don't
because
think episodes 11, 12.
the
I
last
don't think
couple
they were
ones.
that good. I mean, they were fine. They were good.
We should
Not as good
we
as
should
this one.
clip it. We should clip it.
The
The name of the episode is Can't Look into His Eyes.
Which, spoiler
Why do you
alert,
have to say
still
that?
don't know what that means. Like, what is that referencing in this episode?
Good question. I don't know.
Can't look into it because they think that he's a monster and like they
Maybe.
can't look
Yeah, they're
in.
scared of him. Could be that.
Yeah. So first
You-
notes, new opening, freaking banger.
It's like an anthem.
Yeah.
How does it go? Because now I just have the 877 cash now. Yeah, literally an anthem.
But then I'm trying to think of actually, and we'll probably talk about this next episode. Should I say this for next episode?
I don't know what you're about to
How
say.
it sounds like Phantom of the Opera.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we can
We'll talk
go
about
more
that
into
next
it. We'll
episode.
sing it. We'll sing it
That's
for you
a little
guys.
sneak peek for episode 15. Stay tuned next week. Okay, so Eren is shackled. He's still in
Wakes up in a bed.
jail. And it kind of starts showcasing the people, and they're talking about this Titan. There's rumors.
You can
They're-
put together that they're bougie and the rich people. They must be
Yeah.
in the inner wall.
But it's kind of everywhere. There's the rich people, but then there's also the poor people who are like,
Yeah, it
oh, he's
starts
our
off.
savior, he's our hope. Which, we'll talk about that in the spoilers section.
Oh.
How this ally Titan is a savior.
The rich people, and I guess I must have hyper focused on the bougie people because
Mhm.
I commented this that they're just like so outside of like what's actually happening. It doesn't feel like, how do I explain? I mean, I guess it's like when tragedy is happening in another country, you're not necessarily like, you don't realize the real reality of it. The real reality. You can feel, so they don't understand that people are
Keep going.
words. You're looking at me like I don't
trying
know what
to
I'm
no, I'm
saying.
trying to follow along. Keep going.
Well, I'm just saying
you're
that
at the crux
they
of
don't
it.
realize that people are dying out there.
Okay.
And they're just like, someone's gonna save us. Oh, this wall is covered, yay! And just they don't realize that it's
Yeah.
like, it's pretty tragic out there right now.
Well, some of them think it's like just military propaganda, and that the wall did fall, and that everyone a part of wall. What's the second one? Wall Rose,
Scene.
Maria Rose Cena. Everyone in wall Rose is gonna move into wall Cena. So, or as the anime writes it, Sheena, like with
Oh.
a hard SH.
Sheena.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So so people are talking. Then it goes to
Ervin and Pixis walking.
well, before we get to that, there's the MPs who we come to realize is what's his name? Niall
Alice?
Dack. Niall Dack, who is the head of the military police. And he's talking with his other soldiers nearby him. First, subbed/dubbed/manga difference here, folks, is in the subbed, he talks about how the people see him as a savior and how we can't have that because it is instilling rebellion and this resistance against the government. In the dubbed, they actually don't really talk about that at all. He's just like, I'll be darned if we consider this guy a savior. Like, don't really talk about it. What's up with that? Come on, dubbed.
Interesting difference.
But then, after that, we get to once Darius Zachary arrives, then Ervin and Pixis are meeting.
And
on the wall.
Ervin and Pixis are walking. Pixis kind of is saying, oh, it's a good thing, you're behind me. Let's have this conversation. Pretend like we're not actually talking.
Right.
Incognito, in plain sight, though.
Mm-hmm.
And the information he gives is that the military police are trying to take custody of Eren.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what did I even write here? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So then he says that what's his name?
Dallas Zachary.
Dallas Zachary, which he is the head of the 3 regiments, will decide if
who oversees Eren.
Kind of, yeah. If he is, he has some sort of authority. He oversees the garrisons, the scouts, and what was the other one? It's 3.
Garrison, scout, military police.
Yeah. And basically, if Eren is a benefit or a handicap to them.
Yeah.
Or Eren will be executed, possibly on the spot.
Pixis does not want this.
He doesn't want it.
He doesn't.
But they are scared of Eren's ability, and Pixis be swigging that drink throughout this whole thing.
Yeah. So the only thing that he feels he can do is just not agree with the MPs, because agreeing with them would mean that Eren's gonna be killed or whatever.
Yeah.
So the odds don't favor the scouts, but Erevin has a plan, but they kind of have to play it by ear to kind of see how the trial goes, which that we kind of get into that a little bit later. Eventually, after the scene, we go to see Mikasa and Armin, and they talked about how there is a debate that afternoon over Eren, and Armin tells Mikasa that it's over whether he lives or dies. That's his assumption,
and
at least.
She's pretty shocked that
she will not stand for it, but she does stand up when she hears it. So think about that.
Symbolism?
What does that mean? So they are summoned, and that's the end of that scene.
That's it.
The MPs think that Eren is a monster, and they won't cater to him at all while he's in the jail cell. And he kind of feels like he doesn't deserve this, but at the same time, he doesn't blame them. That causes him to think about how Armin and Mikasa weren't afraid of him, and which further allows him to think about how everyone's doing. And at this point, he doesn't know that Marco's dead. So when he's like, how is everyone doing? He even imagines, what is Marco doing right now? Marco is a part of that scene. But then Zoe Hanji arrives. And
like a psycho.
And is a total freak. She's here to free him, but he needs to put the handcuffs on.
She's so funny.
Yeah, she's a legend.
She like sticks her face to the bar. She's like, "Hi."
But you know who's even more of a legend is Mike Zacharias, who sniffs people for the first first meeting,
sniff.
and then laughs.
He's
just like. Yeah, that's good. I'm trying to see if you can get the sniffs in the mic.
Stop, please.
That's good.
Sorry.
Just turn it up on that.
And then suddenly Eren gets shoved into the courthouse, and he realizes that he has been chained up under the courthouse this whole time.
Yes, and there is another translation difference. I forget which one is which. I think so. In the manga, Hanji's last note to him is, it's probably best that we didn't fill you in on everything. However, speak your mind, I think is what she says. I can pull it up real quick. I have it saved. She says, just tell them exactly how you feel. In the subbed, she says, know that we're putting our faith in you. And I feel like the manga is more so of what he does, because he does say exactly what he feels. But he's in a courtroom. He's looking around, sees all who's there. Another difference, full of differences of this episode, so you're in for a little treaty. Did the homework for you. When he sees Mikasa and Armin in the anime adaptation, he says, "You guys." Like ... Like he's like surprised. Like what are you two doing here? In the manga, he just says, "You're here."
Interesting.
Granted, it still shows Armin and Mikasa, but it is a singular person who he says, "You're here." Who's he talking to? Who's he talking about? I don't know. So we'll
That's good.
hop in. Maybe Armin.
Who knows?
What are you doing here, Armin?
I don't know. Eren has this inner monologue being like, why are all these people staring at me? Zachary claims he decides whether he lives or dies. And then we start to get everyone's, I guess, opinions.
Of what they would do with
what
Eren.
they voted for, whether Eren should live or die. First, we get the military police. They believe that he should be disposed of.
And dissected and disposed of.
Yikes.
Dissected, then disposed of.
Yeah. And then there's also the wall cultists who are with the military police, or just ironically next to them.
I don't know. Probably more so
like
with him because it's like a similar like field, like military police being in charge of like public law and whatever. Priests kind of being in a similar realm, like they're not going to side with the scouts, they're not going to be with the garrison, so he's probably more in line with the military police upholding the law, upholding the law, not uploading the law.
And Eren just explains, or is it Eren who's like narrating, or Armin? I think it's Eren talking in his head.
Yeah.
He's basically just saying that the wall cultists now have a little bit more.
They're taken more seriously.
Because of everything, so they feel like people will listen to them. The scout regiment's plan, is that what's next? Do you have anything to say before I go on?
Yeah. So, yes.
Okay, go ahead, please.
I just put that Zachary. So apparently, okay. Sorry, I had to do some reading of my notes. The people, there is no public government information on Eren. It's all hearsay. So that is a thing, and Dallas Zachary is aware that that's adding to the civil unrest and that an announcement needs to be made, and therefore this is supposed to kind of, decide what to do with Eren, but also what's conveyed to the public about that. So then, military police are the worst, and then scouts are about to give their proposal.
The scout regiment's plan is to let Eren join their ranks and become a scout and use him to retake Wall Maria.
And then Dallas Zachary's like, that's it? That is all?
And then Levi says, squealing louder won't help your case, pig.
Is
that what he says?
That is true. And he says that a little bit later. Kind of.
Why do I guess I skip over things on my notes. I don't get every detail.
Were you taking you're taking the summary of the summary? I took the detailed.
Oh,
I think on this one.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, that's good. Because Erwin talks about this retaking Wall Maria plan and to establish new routes. Mm-hmm. And so then in doing so, I think one of the merchants kind of starts saying like, we don't need to be doing this. We would be, people would be losing their lives, and it takes a lot of resources and stuff like that. To which Levi is like, you're not the ones in question here. Like, it's not your lives that you're losing, it's our lives. So you don't have really any say of whether we should or shouldn't be establishing trade routes, because the merchant's like, let's just seal up the wall even more. And then the priest is getting mad about that. Classic politics. Then the priest is getting mad about that because he's like, well, you would dare defile the walls of God.
The cultist and the merchant start fighting.
Levi tells him to just shut your mouth because you're dumb. So then Zach asks Eren.
Zach.
Sorry, that's how I started typing him. Dallas Zachary, aka Zach, for the rest of this episode. Zach asks Eren, can you control your Titan powers? Eren's like, yes. Zach's like, oh, but hang on there. You did not have control over your Titan powers in the retaking of Trost, to which you apparently attacked Mikasa. And Eren is horrified by this fact because he didn't know.
I didn't realize it. Or he was unconsciously unconscious.
Yeah.
Unconsciously conscious. In
That's
Titan
too
form.
deep for me. It's a little too deep for me.
Too deep. He says yes.
Is this true?
Yes.
Mika says yes.
But
However,
he saved her life twice.
mm-hmm.
One was when the first time we see him as a Titan, when
another Titan was going to eat her.
And then what was the second time?
Stopping the cannonball.
Oh, stopping the cannonball.
Yeah. So Niall says, excuse me.
Personal feelings.
There's personal feelings that are clouding her judgment. And then he just goes up and reveals their past murder history of how they killed those. But also,
that's Eren saving her again, by the way.
Yeah, but
that should have been number one.
But Niall does say that he's like, it was in defense. It was in defense, and it's legitimate defense. But I don't know. Let's
Eren
talk about this.
Eren kind of sought out to kill those guys. He wasn't defending himself. He went for them.
Wasn't self-defense, but it raises doubts as to Eren's basic humanity. Is what?
How does that raise doubts? He was literally killing killers.
I don't know. Captors. You're a 9-year-old.
That's a little scary.
If a 9-year-old killed in self-defense, brutally killed in self-defense, that's a little. There's some red flags there for sure.
Yep.
So personal feelings are in the matter, and to which people now are starting to accuse Mikasa of being a Titan, and maybe we should dissect her. It
starts getting very intense. Everyone starts yelling, "Let's get her."
Yeah. And yet another translation difference. I don't want to say discrepancy, just difference. Okay, here we go. Dubbed, Eren is super aggressive. He's just like, "Everybody shut up. You're all cowards. You don't even never seen a Titan. She's innocent. Put your faith in me, you cowards." That was good. What he does.
Maybe a little bit more oomph to that. Yeah, you were close.
Maybe spit a little bit more.
Grunt
a little bit.
Not quite Bryce.
Subbed, he's just like, whoa, shoot. What does he try? What does he say?
There.
Yeah, he's like,
settle
hey guys.
down.
It just is a total like demeanor
Everybody
change.
chill.
No, in subbed, it's a lot more. He doesn't tell them to shut up. Mm-hmm. That's for sure. He's just like, listen. He says something like, "Listen to me," or like, "Hear me out." No, it's a lot less aggressive. He does call them cowards. He does accuse them of never seeing a Titan and to put their faith in him. Mm-hmm. Manga, it's a seamless conversation. I wouldn't even be mad if Eren did this if I was in this courtroom. Okay. Because they start accusing him, and they start accusing Mikasa, and he says, "No, I mean, you're wrong. I may be a monster, but Mikasa has nothing to do with it. She's not involved. And what's more, everyone's here is just speculation for whatever is convenient for them. Mm-hmm. You're cut off from reality, so your opinions are pointless. But you've never seen a Titan, so why are you so afraid?" And then kind of gets into this, and then he does say, "Just shut your mouths and invest everything in me."
Seems a little bit more in depth and
it's a little bit more diplomatic. I would have Sasageyo'd to him right there and been like, "Oh, Captain, my captain." You know,
Captain, my captain him.
Either way, though, everyone in all three versions, Niall is like, "Shoot him, take aim." To which Levi is like, "Hey,
epic
what's that on the ground
commences.
Right there? Your tooth. Your tooth is what's flying out of your face right now because I just kicked your face."
That's exactly how it went.
That's how it works.
Gun pointed at him. Levi starts beating him up.
He beats him up. Am I the only one who feels this way? He beats him up with so much style and class. It makes me want to join him.
Well, yeah.
Like
there's all these shots of like his face just not even emoting.
Yeah.
And he's just full on kicking him
Eren
so hard
while he's down, and he's just like doing it. And I kind of am like, yeah. Can I hop in there? Like, can I join?
Yeah,
They're like, yeah, get him. Like, I started cheering Levi on.
Wait, so
I was like, he's not dead yet. Kill him.
Well, the real question is like, why everyone got weird and freaked out by that, but they were all about to kill him.
Well, and that's what Levi says, because Niall is like, dude, don't make him angry. And then he's like, you were literally gonna dissect him, so why you don't? What do you mean? And then he makes this. Dubbed says it better. I'm going to say this. Dub says it better. What's his name? Matthew Mercer. He's like, you got to know if you're going to provoke a beast.
You're saying Levi?
Yeah, Matthew Mercer,
Okay.
a.k.a. Levi. If you're going to provoke a beast, you at least got to know you can take him or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, like if you're going to provoke something,
You
make
can't
it
just
angry,
talk
you have to
the
be able to
talk.
kill it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, can you kill Eren, Niall? And Niall's like,
No.
pees his pants. I'm Niall. Shut up.
Shut up, Niall.
No one likes you, Niall. Not till season 3.
What?
But what happens
Spoiler.
in season 3? Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
20 more episodes.
No. Okay. So what if? Okay. So then Levi's like, what if he gets angry? I can actually kill him as a Titan. Can you?
Mm-hmm.
And then Ervin's like, I have a request to Zachary, and he asks to put him
Zach.
under Zach. He asks to put him under Levi's direction and to become a scout, correct?
Yes.
To become a scout under Levi's supervision and to work with the scouts.
Yeah. And Zach is like, Levi, are you up for this task? And Levi's like, yes, but if it goes bad, I will kill him. Is that a problem?
That's the point, you know?
Yeah, right. He
What, now he asks permission? He just like beat him up.
Yeah, I know.
Broke his tooth, broke his face.
And
And now
then-
he's like, but just, it's okay if I kill him.
And then Zachary's all like, I've made my decision.
Yeah,
And
whatever.
then scene change.
Zachary did nothing.
Shut up, Zachary.
A lot of,
We don't like you
We don't
until
like-
season 4. Stay tuned for another 45 more episodes.
Then we move to the
I'm going to do that every episode now. It's a bad bit.
so funny. Sometimes I just have to move along.
Yeah,
you know?
you do. Keep going before I
So-
keep riffing.
Then we move to Hanji, Eren, Ervin, Levi in some sort of holding room, maybe
Mhm.
back down. No, in a different room.
Mm-hmm.
And Hanji's being all weird, like the freak she is, and is like, does it hurt? What is she doing?
Good. Tell me how it hurts. I
Yeah.
saved your tooth.
Yeah, well, describe it to me.
And then Levi's like, aren't you glad you're not being dissected by freaks like her? She's like, don't compare me to some of those vicious, vile human beings. And then they look to see his tooth.
She's like, let me take a look at that mouth of yours. What a weirdo.
Also, here's other discrepancies. Full
Okay.
of discrepancies.
Go ahead.
In dubbed, she says, it's already grown back. Subbed and dubbed, she says, it's growing back. Very two different tenses.
Doesn't she say your tooth, it grew back?
In dubbed, she says that.
Okay.
In subbed and manga, it's growing back. What does it mean?
Is she watching
Absolutely
it grow?
nothing. I don't know.
She could be watching it.
She's
I don't
just
know.
like eating popcorn.
Eating
For those
popcorn, watching it.
on YouTube.
Tim.
Ervin has mad respect for him though for sitting through that beating, and Levi asks, "No
He
judgment,
didn't
please."
have a choice. He was chained up.
True.
What do you mean? Respect?
Well,
What was he going to do?
what are you not gonna say? What are you just gonna be like? Sucks for you. You were chained. We had to kick you. Took it like a man.
Good job.
Either way, there's respect, in it.
Either way, there's respect. So, okay.
I think that's all I have.
We have Mikasa saying Eren twice and a death count of 0.
Except for
Nothing-
Aaron's tooth.
Nothing crazy. Yeah, if you count the tooth. That's a 1. That's a 1. And why don't we move into spoilers?
Yeah.
I have some written down.
First,
Good
thank you for
spoilers.
listening, those non-spoiler listeners.
Not in the
Like,
spoilers
comment,
club.
subscribe, Instagram, what is it? TikTok, Spotify, Apple Podcast.
Give Tim's memes that he makes some love.
Give him a like, give him a send, give him a bookmark, give him a comment.
Just let us know that they're funny, because I think that they
I
are.
need that.
He really needs
I
it.
come home from my 8-hour shift and I'm like, please.
Please.
I need fulfillment through social media.
Last night,
Just kidding.
I heard some weeping as Tim and I were going to sleep, and it was because he was crying because of these memes.
I was looking, I was
like
like
a little baby.
I was like, maybe I'll get one more view tomorrow.
Just like,
Maybe I'll get one more view.
one more.
Just one more
please.
view. So yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. We'll see you in 3 seconds for those who are in the spoiler cast. Hello, we're in the spoiler section.
That was not 3 seconds.
That was 3 seconds.
3, 2,
Oh my.
1.
Hello,
Hey guys.
welcome to the spoiler section. We got some juicy deets for you.
I feel bad
Take
for
it
people
away.
who aren't a part of this because I feel like we've said good ones.
The purple flowers. I'm still
We're
hung up on
we're
that.
Still on the high of the purple flowers. Yeah. That was good.
We peaked in that episode.
It was all AJ.
Yeah.
It wasn't even us.
So
AJ's
sorry.
gonna be a guest soon, eventually.
Yeah, soon.
Yeah, one day.
He will just be sitting.
One day
on
you'll
this
see him.
on this
One day I'll
burn.
sit.
One day you'll say you're sitting right now. Okay, so the new title or the new song, the new intro animation. We see a shot of Hanji getting hit in the eye with
shoot.
glasses
Yeah.
in the intro, and that is when that is because Hanji loses her eye.
Okay, so here I noticed this, and I don't know if this was an accident. I don't know at what
I
point.
doubt it was an accident. When is it ever an accident?
Well, because this is like this released in 2013, 2014, the anime. I don't know if this chapter of the manga was out yet that Hanji loses her eye.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm
No,
saying.
because that's in season 3.
That's
so
in
that's
season
why
3.
it doesn't make sense that it would be in this opening intro.
Yeah.
Well,
know.
they just are showing things way ahead.
I always am weirded out, or not weirded out. I always never understand why they just spoil the entire season during the
openings?
intros.
And they also show Annie's Titan in the opening.
Yeah, like our cousin was
yeah.
watching it, and he's literally like analyzing it. I'm like, stop watching. Like, you can't watch the intros anymore.
Yeah.
It
No.
spoils too
Shout
much.
out to their
Though,
cousin.
to be fair,
Another shout out for him.
yeah, he's listening to the spoilers now. We're
Yes.
glad you're here.
Hi,
We're glad you're here,
Yeah.
buddy.
And so, but what was I going to say? Oh, but so I thought that exact same thing too. And in season 2, when it's the Sasageyo song, Sasageyo, right? It shows all their hearts, right? And then there's the final clip of that opening is like
Which
the beast.
season is this?
Season 2. There's the Beast Titan running with the T-Rex, running with the flying Leviathan, and I was
Yes.
like, "Holy crap!
Yes.
This season's gonna be insane." There's dinosaurs. Nothing.
Dinosaurs.
There's
I don't
no
remember that intro.
dinosaurs
Yes, I remember that one.
whatsoever. I remember being like, "What does this mean?" And then they never do anything with it. It was
Dang.
just anime adapting.
Yeah, but then it also
creativity.
like it shows the viewer that like, oh, there's gonna be this giant hairy titan,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh, now I'm waiting for that to show up.
Yeah, I want to
Granted,
be
it's
surprised.
like the first episode.
I like surprises though.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
be surprised and be like, what the heck? What the heck is that thing?
Like, how could this
that
show up?
gorilla thing.
So, granted, in this, back to this opening, it's right when the guitar solo starts riffing like crazy. It shows each character for like a second, and they're all looking in a specific direction. So it'll show like Jean, Sasha, Connie, all facing, I don't know, to the left. And then it pivots to Reiner, Bertold, and Annie looking to the right. And that's, I think, supposed to be some sort of like symbolism of like they're not apart. They're not the same. Like
Yeah.
they're on a different side of the...
That's good. That's
Never
good.
noticed that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's another little subtle goodie.
Yeah, and okay, let's see.
Another one now going into the actual episode, because I don't think you wrote this down.
Maybe. Go ahead.
About Jaegerists. Okay, you want to say it because I've been talking a lot.
Oh, it's just that humanity. I'm not good with the explanations. Humanity might be a savior.
So
What?
the
See,
people,
this is why I don't do it.
the people are saying that like Eren is or this Titan is their savior, which is kind of a reference to in season 3 and season 4 the whole Jaegerists come around who think that Eren is their savior.
And they say that we might have a revolt on our hands, which is like what the Jaegerists do.
Right, in season 4. So it's kind of this foreshadowing of uncontrolled, ungoverned people kind of letting the rebellion
The
go wild.
Jaegerists.
Yeah.
Do we know how long time passes between this moment and by the time they have the ceremony with Flock at
Flock.
end of season 3?
Flock.
I feel like it's a couple of months.
Is it like...
It's not... I don't feel like it's even
not
long.
years?
Because even from season... No.
Oh, no, because after that is when it transitions to like a year or two.
Yeah. Which I'm excited to get to that episode because I've seen a lot of foreshadowing.
Because I'm wondering how long it takes the people to...
Yeah.
Because you mentioned that to be like behind the Jaegerist movement.
Right. Well, I know...
Because I didn't know that they started talking about like Eren being the savior at that moment, which is pretty early on.
Yeah.
When I was watching it, I felt like they just brought in this Jaegerist movement all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But to see it be mentioned early on makes a lot of sense that like eventually they will want somebody to be their savior. Yeah. Because I never really understood Flock and the Jaegerists in the end of the show.
First of all, Flock is dumb. A lot of people like Flock.
So annoying. Why would you like him?
Maybe he's better in the manga. I feel like in the anime.
Send in your reasoning. Send it in.
Okay, this could turn into a way longer episode, but I feel like a lot of people say Flock is just following the ideals of what Erwin instilled, in the sense of like fighting, giving your lives, raging, all for the sake of living another day in that sense, in Erwin's speech in season 3. And that is basically Flock's mantra, and he sees that Eren being that the Eldians are the future of the world, and therefore the Marlians should die.
Yeah, but like, what did Eren tell him to the extent of what would happen?
No, apparently to an extent, not like in the truth. I don't think Eren gave Flock the truth in like the final season. We'll talk about that when we get there, but I don't think so.
That's gonna be a long time.
Yeah, stay tuned for 60 more episodes. Sorry, that's
that
the last
joke
time.
ends here.
That will not continue into episode 15. Stay tuned. Sorry.
Please stop.
Do you have any more?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I don't. I could talk even longer on spoilers, but at some point we have to save these spoilers for another episode.
Yeah, we gotta not limit the spoilers, but we can't keep going.
We can't make
what
this
we've seen
over an hour episode.
No, I don't think we're close to that, but
no, but gotta. Sorry, I'll stop. I don't have anything to say.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll be done. Thank you so much, guys, for listening.
Yeah. Good job finishing the whole show. We're glad you're here with us in the spoiler section.
Thanks. I hope more and more of you are joining the spoiler section.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, you think if like people maybe are listening now and just finished, go back to the other episodes and go to the last 10 minutes to listen to the spoilers we've done, because they're good.
They are good, and we do point out some good little things or some future acknowledgements, stuff like that.
Yeah. So, cool. Okay, guys, thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week. Sasageyo.
Have a good week.
Bye.